Late in the evening on January 8, 1811, an enslaved mulatto man named Charles led a slave revolt on Colonel Manuel Andre's plantation, located just outside of New Orleans. The rebels attacked the Andre family, wounding the colonel and killing his son. After the attack, the runaways regrouped and began marching southeast along the river road toward New Orleans. The group burned the plantations, taking supplies and food along the way, recruiting others at every stop. Plantation owners along the Mississippi River heard of the uprising and began to organize. Colonel Andre organized 80 local militia troops and vigilantes to hunt down the rebels, numbering as many as 500 slaves. Meanwhile, other military troops were dispatched from New Orleans and Baton Rouge to help bring the rebellion to an end. On the morning of January 10th, the military forces pursued the rebels into a nearby woods. The rebels were not well organized and were only armed with cane knives, axes, hoes, and a few small guns. What followed was a mass execution. The next day, Andre reported that the revolt was completely broken, and the leaders, including Charles Delon, had been all killed or captured. The captured slaves were tried, and most were found guilty. The condemned were executed as a terrible example to all who would disturb the public tranquility in the future. The rebel slaves were hung or shot at their owner's plantation or at the location where the action took place. Their heads were then put on poles along the river road as a warning to other runaways.